Hello, hello, and welcome back for a heart-wrenching episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM The Long War. Yes, today our hearts are sundered in our breasts because Kanye has diminished and gone into the west. Like a Tolkien elf, his royal self has shed his mortal coil, and Kim's all alone, there on the throne, still beautiful, regal, and royal. Her mascara's a mess, but her little black dress is the absolute talk of the funeral. And even in mourning, we're all still adoring the fact that she looks totally doable. But Kim's grief aside, we still cannot hide the fact that Kanye is dead. But since he was trash, we're not much abashed by the shot that blew off his head. We'll soldier on, though Kanye is gone, and he really won't be that missed. Now it's off to the wake to watch Kim's ass shake and all get totally blitzed. Alright, so, that's done. I figured a nice little memorial limerick would be the perfect way to remember the mightiness of Kanye Echo West. And I really have to admit that I'd feel somewhat remiss if I hadn't honored him with some sort of rhyme. Given his personality and overall performance, though, I didn't want to do anything too highbrow, and I think the pseudo sort of limerick construction was just about the right level of dignity and sophistication for Kanye, since he was truly awful both as an artist, a trooper, and a human being. As you can see, with a 31 kills on a 30 mission run, Kanye posting up some pathetic numbers amongst the least memorable of our Wall of Shame. I mean, as far as the Wall of Shame goes, he's looking right at the tops of most shameful. In fact, is there anyone with even worse performance than Kanye? George Clooney, borderline. Robert Loggia, that's about right. Seems to be. Some of our even rookies, except for Shik Hong, I think died on like our very first mission. Yeah, Kanye, you're down with these guys, like the Also Rans, the Nameless Nobodies, the Peons. That's about how good you were, Kanye. Anyway, I'm not too terribly sure why, but I get the feeling that Kanye heard my little rhyme, and wherever he is now, he's nodding his head in agreement and giving me a hearty, "Yeah, dog, you nailed it." So, I really think that's probably enough lamenting over Kanye, since like old Grandpa Loggia, he was pretty shitty while he's alive, and now that he's dead, I don't really feel the XCOM project is going to be that much worse off. So, let's just go ahead and get to scanning and kind of put the whole Kanye situation behind us. And on the plus side, hey, Kim Kardashian, back on the market, fellas. Also, ladies, if you want to take a stab at that ass, it's now more available than ever. Plasma cannon finished. That's good for Illyrium. We actually are going to head down here and run out to our barracks. We're going to make sure and slap that plasma cannon on one of these interceptors. Nanook, how do you not have a plasma cannon already, buddy? You're one of our better pilots. Let's get you geared up. So, little plasma there for Nanook, our spear-throwing harpoonist specialist, who has been excellent in his intercepts. And with that taken care of, then, let's go see what the United Kingdom wants. 20 sectoid corpses for a scientist. You know what? This one's for Lee Mack. I'm going to give you that, just because Lee Mack is a funny son of a bitch. So, thanks for panel shows, United Kingdom. And in return for those, you get 20 sectoids. And I get a long cutscene about the Gollop Chamber here. So our Gollop Chamber is completed, apparently. I mean, nobody's saying anything, or they're just sort of showing me security camera footage of the chamber itself. Anything, guys? Fellas? No? Alright then. Everyone gonna remain very enigmatic. Apparently they built the thing, but have no idea how it works, or even the theory behind it, and nobody bothered to explain. That's fine, we actually don't have a trooper that can use it anyway. We don't have anyone who's high enough rank or has a high enough willpower. So let's just get to scanning, see if maybe we can get a mission and make some of that begin to happen.
New promotions available in the armory.
Tay Diggs has failed. Again. I'm not surprised. Even a little. Lindsay Lohan can't go in a tube. What about Tara Reid? Isn't Tara Reid due for a stint in a tube? I think Tara... Yeah, she is. Alright, well, Tara Reid, sorry, Tay Diggs, you've missed your chance. No groove for you, son. We're going to put Tara Spectre Reed in there and see if we can get her to learn Distortion Field. Oh, Gollop Chamber is now a button.
It's clear that the alien device will not respond to attempts at physical interaction.
No shit, Dr. B.
However, if we can find a soldier with strong enough psionic abilities...
Oddly enough, Dr. Valen, we've been
to
struggling to
activate
do that for like the last 5 in-game months. So I'm sort of ahead of the curve on you there. I appreciate the advice, even though it was, entirely unsolicited. still, much appreciated. Yeah, Pointer. He got his first kill recently. Let's, gave him a nice boost of confidence. He's been with the project forever, has failed on a number of intercepts, and, let's see if he's going to rally up from his previous performance and if he started a good trend. Or if he's just going to continue his campaign of absolute garbage water suckery. No, in this instance, actually. Alright, so apparently the little bit of boost was all that Pointer needed. Sort of like, you know, getting lucky with... Getting lucky for the first time. It's a nice little shot in the arm and makes all the subsequent times just that much easier. So congratulations, Pointer Sewell. It's nice to see you among the ranks of the amongst the ranks. I have no idea what I'm saying. Just forget it. I'm just there's diarrhea flowing out of my mouth. I have nothing. There's no connection any longer between my mouth and brain. Neither one knows what the other one is doing, and frankly, it's probably better that way. Seekers, Sectoids, Exalt, Outsiders. This is a trash water mission. Let's send a make work crew. Actually, probably should have left Mel Gibson on it. This seems like the perfect mission for Uncle Mel. Uncle Mel loves the can't-fail slam dunk style missions, and that's exactly what this is going to be. So let's just grab Uncle Mel back and toss him in. Uncle Mel, of course, close friends with Kanye West. Similar troubles with the media and sort of personal interactions. So, you know, they had bonded over their kind of collective penchant for sort of sticking their foot in their mouth. It was really something that they had in common, and it was a common point of bond for them. Really, they had developed a strong friendship, the two, but now that is over, and Uncle Mel, I know, is looking for a little bit of payback. He's going to get his chance here. Psychic Troopers, who needs to go? Ah, Lindsay Lohan. Are you not? I just want to look and see. Lindsay is 50 Psychic EXP away. She's one day out, though, and I don't really want to risk leaving this thing on the ground for that long. It will likely sort of despawn. 24 hours is on the borderline. Jesse Tool Pusher James is an engineer, however, and he can go. He needs Psychic EXP? He does. Alright. So we'll send a Tool Pusher then. Let's get him some gear here. Little Titan armor is fine. Get him a plasma carbine, of course. Jesse finally getting to begin toting the plasma weaponry. Battle scanners and alien grenades, probably a good solid addition there. Who else have we got that needs anybody who needs Psychic EXP? Anyone at all? John Ratleguizamo does, but he can't go. Tay Groovy Diggs is already maxed. We could send Sung Kang. Actually, Sung Kang is like level 2, isn't he? Oh no, just level 1. Well, let's not do that then. Do we have any other troopers who need Psychic EXP? This is the limit of the crop. Seriously? We could send Ian Ziering. Yeah, that's it, actually. It's okay. Alright. You know what? Why not? Let's send Ian Ziering. It'll give the guy something to do. He's been looking so forlorn lately, just sort of wandering around the barracks like a lost little puppy. And I can't tell whether it's, you know, because he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing on the project, or literally because he just doesn't know who he is or where he is anymore. Ian Ziering's pushing like 75 years old. It could just be early senility. Not even that early, really. Could just be he's getting senile. Let's see if he still remembers which end of a gun to point at the enemy. Not that he ever knew. I'm not entirely sure that was something that was ever in his sort of ever in his arsenal. It hasn't exactly been fantastic for us. We could send Tay Diggs, but I don't really see the advantage in doing that. We can, at least this way, we can shove him back in a tube as soon as possible. So let's just send Lieutenant Connery in Tay Diggs' place. Give him a little Titan armor, plasma rifle, of course. No need for a reflex cannon for Sean. And what do you got to say negative about our mothers today, Sean Connery? Anything? Anything at all? No, your mother didn't have anything to say last night. Of course, then again, her mouth was full of my penis. Very droll, Sean. Very droll. Alright, then. We could probably use a medic. Seems like, maybe. Admiral Akbar. Perhaps an Alan Alda. Nope, Alan Alda is doing something. We don't really care what. Probably some weird indie kind of movie project that's going to wind up with the footage locked in a trunk, because no one's actually going to want to see that. So let's grab Tori. We'll give her some Titan armor and a plasma carbine, assuming we can find one. We do have one, do we not? Somewhere? Yes? No? Did we already equip it? We must have already equipped it. Well then, Gauss carbine? You know what? Let's just give her a straight-up Gauss rifle. Wait, did we already pick up a medic? No, we did not. We gave it to Ian Ziering. That's what we did with it. That's fine. Alright, what else do we need? Well, let's get a scout and an assault trooper, and I would like to take Dr. Worm if Dr. Worm is not otherwise engaged. Dr. Worm. Nope. 9 hours of fatigue for Dr. Worm, which means... hooray! It's going to be Charlie winning Sheen, with a chance to prove that he is in fact the 100% tiger's blood-infused killer that he claims to be. Breaching ammo, Walker servos, and... yeah, sure, let's give him an arc thrower. I don't anticipate even desiring to capture anything that's on this mission, but a free plasma carbine is still a free plasma carbine, I suppose. If nothing else, we could trade it for maybe a replacement trooper, since we are down a scout after Kanye's unfortunate accident on our last mission. And a big guns gun can be our scout, that's fine. Little Archangel armor for big guns, gonna give her our other reflex cannon. Battle scanner is fine for big guns. Chemical grenade will back that up, along with an arc thrower for her, for the same reasons we gave one for Charlie Sheen. Although, in all honesty, I gotta imagine Charlie Sheen's just gonna apply it to the side of his own neck and yank the trigger over and over, trying to find that elusive high. Let's see here. What do we want to do about a mech unit? Really, anything will do. We don't exactly need to go incredibly potent for this mission. It's a small UFO, after all. Yeah, sure, Bono. Been a while since you've been out of the barn. Let's get you suited up here, buddy. Railgun for you. Proximity mine launcher's fine. Electropulse, grenade launcher. Let's just sort of salt the wide array of weapons. We'll just give you one of everything. Sort of a smorgasbord-style approach to this mission. Whatever happened to smorgasbords, anyway? It used to be like a thing. Those were popular. Now it's just like your general buffet. It's not quite the same. It just doesn't have the same feel. First off, it doesn't have the word smorgasbord, which is really just sort of fun to say. It really rolls off the tongue. Smorgasbord.
We have visual on the mission site.
Quite lovely. Way better than buffet, which, you know, the silent T really kind of angers me. Also makes me think of Phoebe from Friends, which again also angers me, so you know, it's kind of a double reinforcing negative.
Unfortunately, it looks like the UFO went down within a major
Operation Cryptic Throne. Clearly a civilian city center in an urban density area. Yeah. Millions of people were inconvenienced by this crash. That Bradford. That guy drinks a lot. A lot. It's the only explanation. I mean, we've never seen him drinking, but he does have gallons and gallons of mouthwash that he keeps in a drawer in his desk, and I have to assume that's just a sort of a feeble effort to hide his sort of crippling functional alcoholism. Although, I guess the functional part of Bradford being a functional alcoholic is somewhat questionable, if we're perfectly saying, or, I mean, I'm going to be totally frank about the situation. I'm not sure you can call him a functional alcoholic.
Okay.
He did just call this an urban city center. Alright, so we've got, what is that? Took 2 Exalt Troopers, 3 Sectoids. This is really nothing to even sort of worry about. Ian Finn Ziering is not flanked, has a rocket available. We could shoot it. I honestly don't really see any reason to not just go ahead and have Ian Ziering shoot this. He'll probably hit a tree near his own feet and wind up doing no damage, because that's what Ian Ziering does with explosives. Nope. Wow. Impressive performance from Ian Ziering for a change, actually managing to do something useful with a rocket. Not only hit the enemy, but also damage them. And I'm thinking Charlie Sheen may follow this up with a run and gun for a kill. Charlie Sheen, look at your own foot speed and then tell me if you honestly think that you move at the speed of death, sir. Death can happen in a heartbeat to anyone at any time. It can come for you unawares and take you in your sleep. You, Charlie Sheen, are not that fucking fast, my friend. Did get a kill, though, so I'm not going to be too upset. Old Tool Pusher here may also be able to garner us a kill with a long-range grenade toss. It's not entirely out of the question. In fact, odds of that are reasonably good. We're going to go ahead and take this. It's a little longer than I'm comfortable with. Probably won't do quite that much damage, but it won't hurt. Got him close. Some damage from Jesse James. Really, it's all we could sort of ask for. And a big gun's gun. You have low profile, right? No, she has tactical sense, though.
I'm on it.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's get big guns up here. Now, big gun's aim is pretty shitty. It's, well, that's actually an understatement. It's not pretty shitty. It's horrifically shitty.
He's dead.
And, okay. And a gun apparently bucking to prove herself. Surprise hit. We're actually going to revisit Uncle Mel in just a moment. We can get a kill with Uncle Sean here. We actually have a non-zero chance of taking out one of those sectoids with a sniper shot from Uncle Mel. Sean Connery getting shown up by Anna Big Gun's gun, who is honestly terrible on the range. I think maybe Anna has some kind of uncorrected vision problem. Maybe she's just a, you know, she needs glasses, but she doesn't like the way they frame her face, and she's sensitive about it. Also, a Tory... What is it with all the people who have no vision and terrible shots coming up like just absolute stone-cold killers all of a sudden? Admiral Akbar has fisheye lens working, where she sees the entire world like looking at a rap video pretty much 24/7. That's how she sees the entire world at all times. And Anna Big Gun's gun has, I think, possibly the worst aim in the XCOM project, and yet still, both of them delivering on very low percentage shots. You know, I think they're just trying to make Sean Connery look bad. And I gotta say, mission accomplished, ladies. Mission accomplished. And Uncle Mel getting a little bit of the payback he so desperately delivers for what these alien bastards did to Kanye West. And he didn't go too far. Also, he has 1 health. Yeah, I don't like his chances. So rather than just drill him through the skull with Uncle Mel, who definitively is master, total highest rank, needs no additional experience, not even one of our best troopers as far as snipers go. So let's try and get the kill with someone who might be able to make use of the extra EXP. This is largely just a waste of ammo. Yeah. We'll take it anyway, that's fine. Jesse James, I don't really feel would benefit. Let's see if Admiral Akbar can do it again. Can you go Britney Spears on us, Admiral Akbar? Oops, you did it again? Nope. Not really a surprise. Not a surprise at all. And we do have Uncle Mel still for backup, so I mean, worst case scenario, Uncle Mel just brings in the killing blow here. And I am leaving some enemies just kind of, or some enemies rather, but some of our troopers just open with no cover. I'm aware that tactically that's not necessarily the best idea. I'm also aware that I've played this mission enough times that I basically know precisely where the enemies are going to be at any time. And since we've already encountered a pod over here, the odds of us encountering another pod in this general vicinity are basically 0. I don't really like the chances that that might miss, so I'm going to Electro Pulse, which can miss. And Bono nets himself a kill. Bono knows how to disarm a nuclear weapon, folks. So, you know, that guy is skilled. It's no surprise he's pulling down kills.
Copy that.
Ian Ziering, who's kind of started things off for him the whole round here, kind of got things going. I got to say, Ian.
Yes, Commander.
I'm surprisingly pleased with what you have brought to the mission so far, and that you did some damage. That's unusual for you. Now, there are only about 3 locations where we might still find enemies. One of them is sort of over in this vicinity. So we're going to have the tool pusher lob a battle scanner out here just to verify that there is nothing. Oh, there we go. We found some seekers. We could trigger that pod with Uncle Mel, but given the location of our battle scanner, I don't necessarily think that's the best idea in the universe. We're just going to have Uncle Mel go on Overwatch, and we'll pop him next turn when we've got a little more support in the area. Those guys really, really moved. So Uncle Mel can't see him any longer, right? No, Uncle Mel still has sight on one of them, and we're going to have Uncle Mel go ahead and drill him. Not a kill for Uncle Mel Gibson. We have a number of enemies stealthing up here, so here comes Stealth Team Seeker. That stealth didn't exactly last too terribly long because they've found themselves another battle scanner. Uncle Mel's going to double tap. We'd like him to kill one if at all possible. Definitively, you know what, that's probably our best bet. Let's have him go ahead and hit that guy. Finish what you started. That's the Mel Gibson motto. Don't leave things half finished. If you start something, finish something. Sean Connery's going to come over here and wind up a few... You know what, actually? Let's have the tool pusher kind of soften these guys up. And by soften up, I mean probably just flat out kill. Not necessarily. They're flying high. This may not kill them. They have reasonably high health totals as well, so... Or Jesse James could just flat out wipe them off the face of the earth. A little more damage than we expected. I'm not upset by that. I mean, it's... Yes, it's lost kill EXP for some of our other units, but yeah, we really aren't concerned about getting troopers sort of base levels anymore. The only levels we're really concerned with at this point are Psychic EXP, and none of these guys... None of these guys, except for Ian Ziering, are psychically powered anyway, and the odds of Ian Ziering becoming a volunteer are, well, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say they're effectively 0, but that's not true. Ian Ziering will not be the volunteer. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to take him on enough missions that he could ever get that much psychic EXP. It's not going to happen. We'll lose before we could get him high enough rank. We would just reach a point where tactical missions were unwinnable before Ian Ziering could make it. Sorry, Ian, I don't mean to crush your hopes, buddy, but between you and me, your hopes have been crushed since 1990, was it 8 or 9 that they canceled 90210? It was 1998, maybe. But, you know, you haven't had a whole lot of hope since then. Sure, Sharknado, yeah, it's a thing. You're getting 3-movie deal out of it, but come on, Ian. You've seen the quality of that work. You know what it's worth. You're not trying to fool yourself and thinking that it's more than it is, are you, Ian? Because that would make me sad, buddy. That would make me sad. I mean, it's a paycheck, and that's fine. A man's got to work. I'm not going to begrudge you the right to earn a living, Ian. I mean, you could be, you know, stuck in a back alley selling hand jobs for crack to aging sort of, you know, loser-esque fellows like myself who were fans of 90210 when it was popular. Not that I would seek out Ian Ziering in an alley for a hand job. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I wouldn't, of course, necessarily, but it's better that he be in Sharknado, I think, than you know, selling hand jobs for crack.
Heading there now.
Or whatever drug of Ian Ziering's choice. I don't want to try and pigeonhole him as a crackhead. Actually, Ian Ziering seems more like a heroin junkie to me, if I had to be perfectly honest. Seems like a little sweet Lady H would be more his speed. Did we get all those Seekers, or is there maybe one? You know, I'm going to have Bono back here, just coming over for a little bit of additional backup, just in case one of those Seekers did not get revealed somehow. Pretty sure there were only 4, and I know we killed 4. But better safe than sorry. We took a gamble last episode with Kanye West, and that didn't necessarily work out in our favor, so let's not take a chance. Uncle Mel is rather all alone, mostly because of his personal beliefs and inability to control what he says. So, I mean,
On Overwatch.
Mel Gibson a bit of a loner, but with cause. Let's actually bring Uncle Mel. We can still keep him in a firing position, so total sniper support, while also getting him a little bit closer to help. This is going to burn up some Uncle Mel's fuel, but that's fine. Gas is cheap right now. We got it covered. We can afford it.
Got it.
We would like to get that meld canister if anybody could get over there. Ian Ziering, can you even... Oh, never mind.
Confirmed. On our way.
Ian Ziering, crushing hopes as soon as they're born.
Stepping off.
That's affirmative.
My guess is... Actually, what's our count here? Oh, yeah. The only thing that's left on the mission is 2 outsiders. Never mind. There were only 11 total aliens, and we've already killed 9, so there actually can't be... 3 sectoids, 2 exalt. There are 2 outsiders and some seekers, so all we've got left are the guys that are in this ship. So we can be a little bit aggressive here.
Alien object in sight.
Charlie Winning Sheen spying a meld canister and letting us know about it. The trick to getting Charlie Sheen to retrieve meld, I found, is we're going with like a Pavlovian method. We actually set up a number of fake canisters around the base and hid cocaine inside each one. And Charlie Sheen now sniffs those out like a fucking bloodhound. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. When he sees one, he starts to salivate and drool a lot like one of Pavlov's dogs. It's actually kind of depressing how eager he is. Sometimes he gets so excited he wets himself. It's sad. But, you know, the training has worked. Sad as it may be. I like your creepy little laugh there, Jesse James. That was pretty solid. Give you props there. And a big gun's gun. You have... Man. Don't let the name fool you. And a big gun's gun. Not exactly skilled with a gun. In her case, it is just a clever name. Can you stand in that tile? Yes. Do you have cover in that tile? Let's find out. Charlie Winning Sheen could possibly net a kill here. And, well, he has a flank shot. I don't know if that qualifies as cover. Yeah, it should. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to work here, Sheen. Oh, 14 damage. See, I'm telling you, Charlie, he's so excited he's quivering. Quivering at the thought of coming to grips with what is in that canister. So, some nice work there from Charlie Sheen. I legitimately mean that, Chuck. Nicely done. We're just going to have Sean Connery advance. Similarly, let's have Bono come over here for the angle on this last outsider and see if maybe, just maybe, he can get a little work for us. We could have Ian Ziering fire a rocket at it, but let's not have him embarrass himself after what has thus far been one of his better missions. I think what we'll do instead is just have him mind fray this guy again. Psychic EXP is EXP for Ian Ziering, and Ian Ziering succeeding. And I believe that just leaves us Bono. Well, we got big guns. Not really sure what I want to do with big guns, to be honest. I think we'll just put her on Overwatch. Oh, Uncle Mel can just drill this guy in the head. Well, there you go. Uncle Mel, skull shot. Fire Torpedo 1 is a hit, and the second fish is about to leave the tube and get off and running. Fish is hot. Fish is running. Sonar says a negative return there. And just to make sure that guy stays where he's at, let's drop a proximity mine on him. If he wants to try and flank a trooper or anything, he's going to have to take proximity mine damage, which I think will likely be fatal. And we'll just have Admiral Akbar keep an eye on things and watch out for potential traps! And our friendly neighborhood outsider not going anywhere at all. We're going to have big guns head over here for the flank. Now, oh yeah, Overwatch. Fortunately, my first move was with a big gun's gun who has lightning reflexes. That was not intentional, totally accidental. Forgot that guy was on Overwatch, but it was an Overwatch shot and he's mind frayed, so it had to have one of the largest penalties to hit of all time. And a big gun's gun with a hollow targeting. Now, we could go for a capture here with Charlie winning Sheen. The problem is, I'm pretty sure if we send him in, he gets the capture and it triggers, it's going to set off that proximity mine, which I'm pretty sure is going to blow up the alien. And possibly Charlie Sheen.
I'm on it, Commander.
What the hell. If it kills him, it kills him. If not, it's free targeting. Nope. So unlike Ethereals, apparently outsiders don't hit the ground when they're stunned. So Operation Cryptic Throne then, a complete success. I think we had one person get shot at. No, sorry, two, because the sectoid took a shot too. So the aliens managed to fire two of their weapons, one of which was on Overwatch from a mind-frayed unit, and the other one was a sectoid taking a long-range desperation shot at Bono, which also did nothing, so... Fantastically successful mission. We should have recovered some meld by default out of that, and low fatigue time for everyone but 007 and Uncle Mel. Picked up another cheap carbine, 4 Illyrium, 4 alloys, some flight computers, which we have a billion of, more outsider shards, which at this point we use for poker chips. We have that many of them. The guys just sort of plunk them down on a table when they need, instead of the black chips for hundreds, they use ethereal shards. Head to the gray market, we'll get rid of our damaged components, and then I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Where did we pick up those stasis tanks? Must have been from the Kanye West debacle. 80 extra credits, which we desperately needed. And, you know, we could... Do we have what it takes to build another Firestorm? If we do, we should just build another Firestorm. We do, in fact. How much Illyrium do we have? 109. You know, with rebates, we should be okay for Vortex Armor. We have... How much meld do we have? We have plenty of meld. Alloys, we have just a build. You know what? Yeah. We're going to go ahead and build another Firestorm. That's fine. Get that started. Give Dr. Shan and the boys something to keep them busy while we wait for the volunteer. And before we can begin waiting, I think we'll wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more Daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon. But not Kanye West.